Right now, I am so stressed, and all I can think about is how insane everything is, and how much stress does affect your life. It influences you to make these horrible decisions. And then I wonder, when it comes to my friendships, is anything worth it? Do you guys ever have those thoughts? The thought, is something like this worth putting my time and energy into? And you feel drained? You can't make decisions based on, a feeling that you have right away, a brash emotion. You regret it in the end, which is why you got to think about it for a long time. But when you think about it for a long time, you just start stressing about it even more, and you have so much more stuff to think about. But then it just gets into your head and you can't stop thinking about it. Then you can't focus on anything else, and then you just go on and on and on about it. And then you're just thinking and thinking and thinking and worrying yourself, and then coming up with stupid situations that will never happen that you think about and you focus on, and then it ruins everything else, and you get sidetracked and you lose track of dates, and suddenly you've missed an appointment that you have to reschedule for the third time, and then you forget that you have to write a speech for a project that you have to present in front of your entire class without being nervous, and then in the middle of that speech you're going to start biting your nails and thinking of this problem in a relationship that you have, and then you have no idea what you're supposed to do. And then you try to sidetrack yourself, you try to write, you try to take a nap or go for a walk, but sometimes those things just don't help. What happens when they don't help? What happens when you turn to people and say, I really need help right now, and they give you advice, and they give you the same advice over and over again, that everything is going to be okay, everything will be fine, just take deep breaths. But when it doesn't turn out okay, when walking to clear your head doesn't work out, what are you supposed to do? Where do you turn? I can't write. Writing just isn't working for me. When I try to write, one time it worked, but the other times I just get so angry and so stressed that I start scribbling so hard that I rip the pages. And deep breathing works in the middle of a situation, because you can't explain how many times I have been filled with rage, and I could feel it. I could just feel it here, just growing, wanting to hit something, wanting to stab people with scissors, and then having to take deep breaths and then find some way to cope with it. And then it gets so bad that I just don't know what to do, and I just want to say, fuck it all, fuck all of you. I'm just gonna go sit in a cave somewhere, sit and just be alone. And I hate being alone. I don't want to be alone, but sometimes I just don't want to be with people that just give me all this stress, that make all this bad stuff happen to me. I'm sick of people doing, even when people say they don't like drama in their life, because I'm one of those people. I don't really like it. I try to stay away from it, but I'm not that good at it. And other people say it too, but they bring drama into their lives. Okay, the simple things that you say that I do too, and I can't help it. It brings all this unwanted attention, all this drama, and and my invisible video that I made, that stuff that I tried to do. It's difficult. It is so hard. I just want to know that I'm not the only one going through this. And then again, no, I'm not. I mean, there's 8 billion people in the world. I'm not the only one going through this, but sometimes it just feels like I'm alone, and everybody knows this. You feel like you're alone. You feel like you're drowning. You feel like nothing will ever be okay. Like you'll never see any hope ever again. And then for some reason something happens that's like, oh my god, this is good news. My life's gonna turn around now and everything's gonna be okay. And then something just whacks you from behind, like your dog dies, or someone breaks up with you, or your entire project gets burned, or your phone breaks because you saw your best friend and then you got a big hug, and then your phone went flying across the pavement and then it was broken. I can't laugh. I listen to music. Listening to music really does help sometimes, but it can't solve everything. I need like a list of things that I can do, because one thing can't solve everything. I say to people that really need help, the very few people that have seen my videos that you're not alone. And you're not. And I'm not alone either. And I just gotta remember that I'm not the only one that goes through this shit. People go through stuff like this. People have rough times. People go through through depression, and they go through bumps in their lives. Shit happens. And I can make it through it. I can do it if I really try, but it's so hard. I struggle just like everybody else. Which means I'm not alone. Everything will be okay. It'll all be okay. Promise. Bye, guys.